Today's horror manga dub and narration is In the Soil by Junji Ito. If you enjoy the story at any point in time, please do not hesitate to like, comment, and subscribe. It really helps me out a lot. Let's get right into the manga. Our story begins in a quaint little town on a foggy day. During their high school reunion, everyone is inside chattering about. I am honestly surprised, Teranishi. You're already a mother of 3 children. Yet, look at you, you look as great as ever. Oh right, you're Yamaguchi-san now. Sorry about that. It's alright, I'm still fine with my maiden name, Eiji-san. Anyway, it has been 20 years since our graduation. The two of them look over until one of them decides to shout. Teranishi, are you looking for someone? Could you be looking for your first love? Oh gosh, no. It's such a great day, ladies and gentlemen. Do reminisce on the past. At a later time, it's time for our main event. We will now dig up the time capsule we sew away for 20 years. Dear guests, please head toward the school gardens. And just like that, in a disorganized fashion, the group of alumni head out toward that school garden. I remember. We buried a time capsule in this area to commemorate our graduation 20 years ago. Everyone's essays, letters, artworks, and even the old clock from the school building were included in the time capsule. Our memories from junior high were sealed up in this capsule, deep within the slumber of the earth for so many years. Oh, how we've waited for this day, yells one of the men as he begins to dig up the time capsule. Teranishi-san, I wrote a letter for you then. What? It's for this day we've been waiting for 20 years, when everyone can read the letters that were written to them by their classmates. You wrote one for me? Thank you. Teranishi-san, who did you dedicate your letter to? I've been digging till my back is sore. Is there anyone that can switch with me? Who did I write to? It's been 20 years, it's not that surprising that you've forgotten. As the men continue to dig, they strike something hard below. Hey, the shell, it's visible already. It's really deep down. There was no need to have buried it so deep though. I'm sure no one would have wanted to steal it. Although it does represent our youth and our deep feelings for one another. You're wrong, Sensei. This hole was dug by me. Now, you can see how deep my love is for my students. Gosh, Sensei, I really admire you. Talking about that, we really bonded well when we were students, especially the girls. That's true. Everyone got along very well. Our camping beside the Hano Lake was so memorable. During sports day, too. Our class even clinched first place. Yes, we were very united. Well, except for her. Her? Who? Shinoto Kumi. Right. Shinoto-san. Shinoto Kumi. She looks perfectly normal, but she's mentally unsound. She was the only oddball in our class. Most of us just ignored her, but sometimes there was no choice but to listen to her talk about the things of her past. As long as there was anything obstructing her, she would complain non-stop. Those students who sat around her were constantly annoyed by her behavior. She was completely isolated from our classmates since that incident that happened during the preparation of the cultural festival. The class decided on putting up a play, but she was unhappy with the assigned roles. Takayama as the leading role? What is this, a joke? She doesn't even have 1/5 of how the man character should be portrayed as. Why should she be the lead? Takayama's legs are so short. How can she act her part properly? So irritating. Ugh, forget it. The play has nothing to do with me anyways. Shinoto Kumi had always detested Takayama Ritsuku, and had always spoken badly of her softly from her seat. I heard that, Shinoto-san. If you think I'm unfitting for the main role, then why don't you raise your hand and voice it out daringly? That's right. This was made as a decision by the class after serious consideration. It won't just change as you please. You're really despicable. How dare you criticize others when you never even participate in any of our class activities? In that case, why don't you be the lead role? You won't know what to do on stage anyway. Admit it, you don't know anything at all. Yeah, that must be it. You only know how to criticize others from the sidelines. That incident must have been the most humiliating moment of Shinoto-san's life. After that, she no longer communicated with any of our classmates, nor did she put anything in the time capsule. Oh right, I recall that incident. Everyone, look, it's finally dug out! Wow, it really is. I feel moved. All the nostalgia. Actually, I lied, Eiji-san. I do remember who I wrote it to. Huh? So who was it? I wrote it to Shinoto-san. So you wrote your letter to her? Why? Why? Well, I've always been quite worried about her. I couldn't understand why her personality was so distorted. I wanted to know how she would be like after 20 years. You see, I anticipated for the day that she would mature. That's why I wrote to her. That is just like something you would do. She didn't come though, did she? She didn't. I've been searching for her since earlier. I wonder if she's just like you hoped, matured at this age. I haven't seen her since our graduation, but she has been keeping in contact with me. Huh? Really? That's so weird. Why would she call you? What did she say? Let's see. She has called me a few days back, and it's getting intolerable. For the past 20 years, she has called numerous times, and she says the same things every time. She keeps complaining how much she hated Takayama-san, and how angry she was when the class scolded her for it. She talked non-stop. I tried to change the topic, but it only infuriated her further. Wasn't she kind of abnormal? Yes, she could still remember every little detail from 20 years ago. It made me feel really uneasy. All right, it's not safe. Please move aside, everyone. Keep pulling. Everyone, it's time. The time capsule is now being lowered. As the time capsule lowers to the ground, the alumni begin to open. We're removing the screws. Yes, they have been removed. All that's left now is to lift up the lid. Keep pulling. Keep pulling. As the lid opens up, something appears to be inside. What the audience see truly shocks all of them to their very core. Within the capsule was an old, rotting corpse. Maggots coming from the eyes, crawling all about the body. The hand of the corpse had something grasped inside. It appeared to be a phone. As the onlookers look in awe, the shriveled body of Shinoda was still wearing our school uniform from 20 years ago, along with all of our letters, essays, and artwork that were shredded by her. When did she sneak into the time capsule? And why did no one realize that when the capsule was buried? It made me wonder. Would I be receiving more calls from her? I can't help but worry. Hey everyone, thank you so much for watching. I hope you liked the video. If you did, please don't forget to comment and tell me that you like this format so I know to keep making these type of videos. And don't forget to like and share it with your friends. Thank you so much for watching everyone, and remember, you're important and you matter. Have a great night everyone.